All right, we're recording. So whoever isn't on here, anything that I share that I'm about to share, because you guys will be very proud. I got very into Canva today and I made slideshows and I made graphics and I was doing all the things. So everything I share, I will post in the team page. Also, there will be threads. Everything will be there. So if anybody's missed this, obviously recording, but all of the content will be posted directly after this also. So should we just go ahead and do it? I made a video to announce what the retreat is, where it is, when it is. So I am going to play that video for you guys now. And then, oh, I love you guys. I'm so excited. And then I will go through like qualifications, how to earn it, all the details, because I know you guys are going to have questions. I'm also going to try to screen share and I'm not good at that. So just bear with me for 1 second and I'm going to figure this out. We're going to watch a video and then we will go from there. Oh, where did my screen share go? Why did it go away? Hold on. Oh, I got it. Look ahead, the sea is coming. I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight. I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh. We are dreamers of the shore. Okay. Hi. All right, so that is the video of the cabin. And this was my thinking with everything. So let me pull up the other slide 1 second so I can just go through this and kind of talk you through if you want to write anything down. Did the song make you cry? Guys, I sent the video to Lindsay and I was like, do you have feels? Because I'm trying to obtain feels with the video. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are excited. The house is gorgeous. Okay, let me share my screen and pull up what else I have here about the qualifications and all of the dates. So it is going to be January 15th through the 17th, and I have my chat pulled up too, so if you have questions as I go through, just feel free to ask. So we're just checking in on Friday and then checking out on Sunday. Oh, I love you guys. And 15 qualifiers will go. So 15 of you guys will be able to earn it. And I'm splitting it into 2 different ways. You guys know that something we pride ourselves on is I never want something to be inclusive to just a certain rank or just a certain level or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure after talking to different leaders and seeing what is going Broken Bow. So it's going to be in Oklahoma, and I'm going to talk about why we chose that location in a second. So 10 people will qualify by having the highest 30-day PPA. So starting the 20th of November to the 20th of December, that's going to be the qualifying period. And whoever has the top 10 30-day PPA will earn it automatically. Okay, so from being in that PPA, you qualify. But also, we're going to choose 5 other winners at random from a thread. So just like how we do giveaway threads on the team page for anything we do, if it's a PayPal, if it's a product, if it's anything, you're going to be able to gain entries just by working your business, by being on Zooms, by doing anything like that. And we'll pick 5 people from that. So it will be 10 people total. And it will be the 30-day PPA. So if you go into your cloud office and you go to like your business snapshot, you'll be able to see your 30, 60, and 90-day PPA that you can look at. So it's just the number of enrollments if you don't quite understand what the PPA is. So if you enrolled a customer today, it's going to go up 1 for your 30-day. And yes, it is new accounts with an order. So any new enrollments over the 30 days, and it kind of runs on like a rolling basis. So I will be able to know what the 30-day is for the 10 highest people just by logging into my cloud office and going to reports. On December 20th, it will show me who the past 30 days had the highest PPA. So that is how you're going to qualify. I'm going to stop this really quick so that I can keep talking and admit people in. So the top 10 with the top 30-day PPA, and then 5 qualifiers. And we did that because, as I said, I don't want it to be inclusive to a rank. I want every single person to have a chance to earn it. And I think that the PPA is one of those things where you can't sit in your back office and stare at it because you don't know what other people's PPA are. So it takes that kind of off your shoulders, where I literally just need you to work your business. We don't compare. We're not having to look at trackers. We're not worried. We don't even know where we are in the running for it. And then, as I said, we will pick 5 random people. So any questions about the qualification before I move on to something else? 10 top 30 PPA, starting November 20th to December 20th, and then 5 random people will be chosen from the thread that I will put up on November 20th in the team page. So no question. Don't throw up. I'm so excited. The dates are January 15th to January 17th. So the qualification ends with you still having a month to plan how to get here. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Number one, I wanted to make sure that it was enough time for you guys to schedule travel or anything like that. And luckily, I live in the smack dab of the United States, like literally right in the middle. So I'm a hub for all of you guys. And I know a lot of people are not comfortable flying right now. So that also played into the factor that a lot of you guys can drive to me, and it shouldn't be too long of a drive if you're not comfortable flying. Ones who can't travel, so if you couldn't end up traveling to it, let's say you earned it and you couldn't come, I would then just pick like the next person that ranked up to the top 10 with the PPA. And if you're new, you still qualify. So I mean, somebody could come in and sign up on December 10th and like enroll a ton of people and be on there by December 20th. So we really don't ever know who's going to be on it. Yes, I will be there. I'm hosting it. So you never really know who's going to be on it. And on the PPA boards, I'm also going to shout out some top PPA in a minute, but we have brand promoters to 200Ks right now in the top 10 PPA. It's not rank exclusive. It's not anything like that. So you have an absolute chance, plus the thread. So just by working your business and staying accountable, you're going to get the chance to go. Yes. So if you earn it and you are qualified, the only thing that you will be responsible for is getting yourself to me, to Oklahoma. Broken Bow is up by Tulsa, so it's about a 2-hour drive for me, but it's not too far. So you're just going to have to get yourself here. But from that, absolutely everything is covered. Food will either be catered or cooked by me. We will have everything. Yeah, guys, I'll cook for you. This is fun. I love stuff like this. It makes me giddy. And we will have prizes, giveaways. I will have apparel, just like rep for us to celebrate the weekend. I love to do that for getaways. We will have business building stuff. We will have breakthrough activities. We will have a girls' night. We can do a spa night, like whatever you guys want it to be. I just really want to pour into you guys so that you can not just like me, but I want you guys to meet each other. I want you guys to meet people in this business that maybe you haven't spent any time with, you haven't been able to get to know. And I think that we'll really be able to add value to each other, gain some new relationships, and it's going to be super fun. So keep asking questions if you have any. I do want to bring up one thing that I am just staying aware of. I know some people might have questions about this. I'm obviously aware of the pandemic. I'm not trying to be ignoring that whatsoever. I know that some states are shutting down, things are changing. Nothing has been talked about in Oklahoma regarding that. And all I can say is that I will stay aware and I will stay present in updates and what's going on. And if something ends up not being safe for us, absolutely, I'll do what's best and we can reschedule it. But as for now, everything is on, everything is booked. We're good to go. As I said, you can get in a car and drive to me, just drive to the middle. We can all meet here. You don't have to get on a plane. And I will make sure that everything is clean and sanitized and safe. So I just want to put that out there. We will make sure that everything is done. Yes, Broken Bow is by Tulsa. Um, okay. Yeah, so you guys excited? Yes, yes, yes. All right, awesome. So I love you guys. All right, so as I mentioned, you have the chance to earn this. Every single person does. I always say when any promo rolls out, please do not count yourself out. Please do not. I am going to read off currently, just to shout you guys out and give you some love, our current top 10 30-day PPA and our current top 10 60-day PPA. And you might have no idea that your name is even on this list. This is what I said. You guys don't really know. I can only see the whole team in my back office. So I'm going to shout those people out. And obviously this will change. What would be the 30-day PPA in 30 days, maybe 10 whole new people. It might not be these people, but I do just want to give some recognition. Yes, PPA is based off of enrolling. So you just want to put your head down and enroll and work your business. And that's all you have to worry about. Don't worry about what your number is, what other people's number is, just focus and work your business. And that was the fairest way that we could see that everybody had the same exact chance to fight for it. And then plus the 5 bonus individuals that will be chosen from the comments. So stay consistent in your business, show up, be active, and really, really work to earn this because I am excited. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I do, like I said, I'm going to shout out our top 10 30-day PPA and then our top 10 60-day. If I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not good with names. You can correct me. You can come to the retreat and tell me how to say it. But for our current 30-day top 10 PPA, I'm going to go from 10 to 1. So number 10 is Brittany Hernandez. Number 9 is Danielle Markham. Number 8 is Dana Johnson. Number 7 is Courtney Frank. Number 6 is Haley. This is one I'm gonna mess up. Haley, how do I say your last name? Simri, you know who I'm talking about. I don't know how to say it. Lavelle in the system, but Haley S. Number 5 is Rebecca Cantrell. Number 4 is Betty Harris. Number 3 is Christina Tammy. Number 2 is Christina Brill. And our current top number 1 30-day PPA is Candy Carroll. So congratulations to you guys. And what are we confused about? No, so Broken Bow isn't Tulsa. It's just by Tulsa because I'm in Oklahoma City. So when we say Broken Bow, we just think it's by Tulsa because it's up that way. But I will obviously give the address to everybody so we won't have to worry about that. Okay, now our top 10 60-day PPA. Number 10 again is Brittany Hernandez. Number 9 is Lindsay Coggin. Number 8 is Kayla Moore. Number 7 again is Haley S. I'm just going to stick with that. Number 6 is Christina Brill. Number 5 is Megan. Is it McLeod? I don't know how to say her name yet, Megan. I'm gonna learn that. Number 4 is Danielle Markham. Number 3 is Jessica Calderon. Number 2 is Sue. And number 1 is Jaslyn. So I just wanted to shout you guys out. I am super, super proud of all of you. And as you can see, it's every single rank. We have brand promoters to 200Ks. It's not inclusive. Anybody can earn it. It's just your enrollments. It's just you working your business. It's not about what your team is doing specifically. It's not about anything that's happened. It's just about you working your business. So focus on that. I'm super duper excited, guys. I cannot wait for this. Again, January 15th to the 17th, qualifying period will be, yeah, isn't that awesome? There's so many new people that are on that list, like people that are within their first 30 days are on that. Like you guys are absolutely killing it. Enrolling customers and promoters counts, both of them. So like I said, qualifying period November 20th to December 20th. I will post all of this in the team page. I'll post the video so any of your team members that, Smyrnios, I still don't think I'm saying that right. Well, you're killing the game. I might not be able to pronounce your last name, but you're killing it. I'll practice that. I'll put it into Google with the translation where like Siri says it for you. Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, I'm excited. So that is what I wanted to talk about. Yes, those accounts that were on the PPA, those were her husband's. I just gave her credit for those. So it's her husband that's on both of those for the top, but I knew that that was her last name. So That's what you're going to work for. I'll post everything in the team page, the video, the graphics, everything, so you can tag your team, and it will be a 30-day run. I think we literally only have like 45 days until the new year, which is absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do these dream boards after announcing something exciting. Plus, you guys, we're all working for Cabo too. There's so much we have to work for. And I think it's really important when you're working towards big things that you are aligned with what your goals actually are. And the reason why I went through and wrote out the dream board in this way is because I think sometimes, especially in this industry, people make dream boards, and this may work for some people, but it's never really worked for me, where they like sit down with a magazine and just like cut out pictures of like a pretty house or a pretty car or, you know, an island in like Fiji. And I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to travel there. But I don't feel like it's as personal. Like, yeah, those things are great to look at and they're pretty, but we can see those on Pinterest or Facebook any day of the week. So I wanted to get extremely personal with your goals. Not that you have to tell me your goals if they are personal, but I wanted to walk through kind of what I look at when I'm working towards certain things, what I always have in the back of my mind. So as I said, I kind of categorized it. We're going to go through, I'm going to give you time to write these things out. If you want to share things, please share them in the chat. I think it's super important that we share different ideas of things that we're working towards, things that we have as our goals, because sometimes somebody else may not think of something that you've thought of, and it could absolutely change, you know, something for their family or something for their future as they go along. So please share anything. If like a category sparks something, if you want to talk about something you're writing down, anything at all. So if you have your pens and paper out, the first thing that I want you to write at the very, very top, whether it says your dream board, your goals, whatever you're writing, whatever you're titling it, I want you to also write underneath that my actions are a reflection of what I value. Okay. My actions are a reflection of what I value. And I'll type that in the chat as you guys are doing that, and then I'll talk on it. Okay, I put that there in case anybody missed it. My actions are a reflection of what I value. I personally like to have something in front of me that keeps my shit together and keeps me accountable. And I think sometimes we have to be very honest with different things like that, because we can let excuses get in the way, we can let our insecurities get in the way. But when you look at it that way, that the things that you are doing on a daily basis, because everything you're going to write down depends on what you do consistently every single day. So what matters to you? What do you value, right? And when you fall off of certain things, or you forget about a goal, or you go off track, you have to remind yourself, what do I value? What do I actually want out of this life? Because if I'm choosing something over the thing I said I wanted so bad, sometimes you have to put that severity on it of, I'm valuing this thing over that. I'm valuing that over my dreams. I'm valuing that over my family. And in the long run, we know that's not worth it. So just make sure to have that written down at the top. My actions are a reflection of what I value. And the way that I write my goals down is basically like a timeline of goals. I like to do kind of an umbrella, if that makes sense. So I have my very big goal at the top that is like the end all be all that I'm working towards. But then I like to put into action steps that get me there. So say, for instance, this is my huge goal. What's my next step on that path? There may be 25 more steps until I get there, but what's the next thing I'm doing? So that's kind of how I walk through them, just to give you that idea. So we're going to start with business goals. Okay. So you can write down business, and I want you to write down the biggest goal that you have in your business, like the absolute biggest goal, whether you want to write that out as a rank, whether you want to earn the Millionaire Award, whether you want to, whatever it may be. What is your biggest goal from this business? And be honest. You know, I know that not every single person wants to be a 200K. Not everybody wants to lead a ginormous team. What is your biggest goal that you have in this business? So write that down. And if you want to share that in the chat, please do. Okay, and after you write down your biggest goal, also after we get off of here, I can take a picture of this on my phone and post this in the team page if you miss anything. So what is your biggest goal? And then underneath that, I want you to write the next goal that puts you on the road to that. So for instance, if you said your biggest goal is going 200K, going 80K, earning the Millionaire Award, whatever it may be, what is the next goal that you have to obtain to get you on the road to that? Do you need to promote to 4K? Do you need to promote to 12K? What's the next step in your business to get you there? And I want you to set a date with that goal. I want you to put a date on it of when you want to achieve that by. Okay, I love these guys. Keep commenting them in the chat after you write them down. So the absolute biggest goal you have in the business, and then underneath that, again, the umbrella. So what's the next step to get you towards that? And the way that I'm gonna write out my goals, as I said, it's gonna be on my wall with my sticky note. So I might have my big goal at the top on a sticky note, and then I'm gonna pull off, let's pretend I'm a brand promoter working for 40K is my biggest goal. My next step is 4K. When I hit 4K, I'm gonna pull that off. And then I know what my next one is and my next one, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to bump it by that and set a date on it, like I said, for your next goal. Have a timeline. Okay, the next thing under business, I want you to kind of take it away from rank, and I want you to bring it to money. Like, what is the absolute dream dollar amount you want to make in a month? And then I want you to double it. I want you to double it. Guys, when I started network marketing, I had written on every single piece of paper that I would make $10,000 a month. And that was like all I could ever fathom. That was like my bills would be paid. I would like, that was the goal. I make more than that in a week now. Double your number, okay? Double your number. Okay, and then below, like your dream income, where you want to be, right? What's your next step with your paychecks? So wherever you are now, what's your next goal that you're going to bump that up to? What do you want to be earning consistently, either a month or a week, however you want to break it down, to lead you to that, so that then you have those sticky notes to rip off or those goals to cross off. If that's your end all be all goal, when you hit that other goal, the Millionaire Award, the 200K, the 80K, whatever it may be, where you are right now, what's your next step, your next goal with your paychecks? Okay, so just bump it up from what you're making now to what your next goal is that you're going to work towards. And you can also put a date on that. You can put a date on anything. And this is not to be hard on yourself. Because I mean, I had written that I was going to make $10,000 a month on every mirror and piece of paper for 4 years. And I did not. But I kept writing it down, and I kept revising my goals, and I kept working towards it. It's not that you have to hit it on that date. It's just good to align your actions with that actual date to know that you have consistency and urgency towards your goals. Right now you are writing down what is your absolute goal number of money to make a month, a dollar amount to make a month at the top, and then what is your next goal to start getting you there. So how much do you want to start making weekly from where you are right now? What's your next step up? It can be you want to consistently make $25 a week. You want to consistently make 50, 75, 100. I want to start making $500 a week, whatever it may be, whatever level you're at. That's totally up to you if you want to go smaller and smaller. So as I said, I'm going to have my sticky notes laid out to bump up through everything with my goals. And once I get through all this, I'll kind of lay out some of the goals that like my family's working towards right now, just to really open your eyes and hopefully inspire you. And that's how I do it, is I like have my big goal at the top, and then I have almost like ticks. You know, some people like color in like when they pay off certain amounts of debt, like we're going to talk about that, or when you are, you know, working to earn a certain amount, or you want a certain amount, you can bump it up or down however you want to. Okay, so we have all that written down. Next for business. So you have those goals, right? The biggest goal in your business, what you're going to do now, your biggest income goal, and what's your next step for that. Now, to achieve those things, I want you to write down, I do blank for my business and team weekly to achieve that goal. I do blank for my business and team weekly to achieve that goal. Yes, this is about your goals. So don't think that you have to write down like an audacious number if that's not your jam. Like, I want you to know what's going to make you happy. What is going to create freedom for you? What's going to lift that weight off your shoulders? You don't have to write down somebody else's goal, write down yours. I do blank for my business and team weekly to achieve that goal. And I'm going to give you a couple minutes to write this out because this should be a couple different things, maybe new things you need to implement. How would a leader at that rank show up? What would they be doing for their team? What are things you have to do differently? Things like that. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to write that down. And again, I will post these prompts when we're off of here. So in case, as I said, you want to sit and like have more time with them, if you have like a free night and you want to do some crafting or make something fun for your office wall, or, you know, make a background for your phone with them, something different just for you to be able to look at these, I'll post them so you can go back through and maybe add more thought if you can't quite think of everything you want to write down right now. So I do blank for my business and team weekly to achieve that goal. Okay, something else I want you to write down that I've always done in my notebooks that has really, really helped me to stay accountable is I always have written down, I helped someone new go VIP. I helped someone on my team go 4K. I helped someone on my team go 12K. I like to have those in front of me so that I can cross them off and help somebody else. So again, if we're doing sticky notes, maybe you have a sticky note that says, I helped someone on my team go 4K. You pop a 4K, you write their name down, you put up another sticky note and you keep doing it. Okay, so have those goals for what you want to help your team do. So maybe write down 2 things that you want to help somebody in your team do. Whether that's promote to a new rank, whether that's help them, you know, pay for something in cash for their family, anything that's about serving your team. And notice that you're writing all of these in the present tense. So they already done happened. We did them. Okay, that's how we're gonna write. Just like how Lindsay always says the I am statements with you guys, you're gonna write your goals out in present tense. Like, I am making X amount of month. I am helping someone go 4K. I am a 40K. Like, it's all present tense. That's how you're talking to yourself about it. So the 2 goals for your team. Okay, this is a fun one. If you don't have this written down, like I said, I want this to be more specific than just like cutting something out of a magazine. I drive a blank for free. Like, I want the model number, the color, like I want the details on the car. That if you don't know, go to their website, go to BMW, go to Audi, go to Cadillac, go to where you need to go. Okay. And right, I drive a blank for free. I want the car, the model, the color, everything. So write that one down. And if you don't know what you want, go car shopping online. Like I said, look at it. And you can also go to a dealership and look around. I did that before I bought mine. I would go through and just look at the cars and think about it before I had even gotten my auto bonus. So you can do stuff like that too to really envision it. You can sit in it. Yes. Or maybe it's just paying off your current car. You drive that for free. That's what I did first. I didn't go out and get the Mercedes first. I paid off our truck. Cheyenne, we wrote out 2 things for our team. So like a sticky note or write down that says, I helped someone new go VIP, or I helped someone go 4K, or I helped someone make an extra X amount of weeks, something for your team. And then write down what you drive for free through the auto bonus. Yes, for free. I love these. Yes. What about your husbands? What car do they want? Think about that. Or your mom, or your sister, anything. Write stuff like that down. Okay. The last thing we're going to write in the business section, then we're going to move on to finances, is I am no longer afraid of blank, nor do I let blank hold me back. I am no longer afraid of blank, nor do I let blank hold me back. And take a minute with those. What's getting in your way of achieving all those business things you just wrote down, and be really honest with yourself. And definitely comment some of these in the chat so other people can read them too. Because remember, my actions are a reflection of what I value. So I think sometimes, especially for me, I value my anxiety or my insecurities or my fears more than I value serving my family or running towards my goals. We let things get in our way, and we put things first that aren't supposed to be first, that don't deserve to be first. So what are you letting go of? Yay, I love these. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. I love these. And I think it's good to always update these statements too, because we struggle with so many different things all the time, and it's always changing. But really ask yourself that. And that's when I have to be so honest. And that, I think that word value, I don't know why that hits so hard for me, but when I sit in my anxiety or my fears, or I don't stand back up when I know I need to, like, that's me valuing those things over what I'm doing here for my family, or what my goals are, or showing up for you guys. Like, you just have to be so real with yourself. Love you guys. Okay, that was awesome. We are going to move on to finances. So we kind of already spoke on finances with what you want to be making as an income. So start a new category for this. Again, I'm going to be doing sticky notes. You can do charts and like color stuff off. You can just have your goals written down and cross off things as you go through. But I want your first one for finances to say, I have paid off X amount of debt. And I want that to be like all your debt, like your total amount of debt. And if you don't know what your total amount of debt is, that's your first part of your homework, is to have an actual dollar amount of how much debt you have, which I know is absolutely terrifying. That was the most awful thing I ever had to do when we started paying off debt, was actually sit down and look at every dollar amount of debt I had, but having that number in front of me as a whole and seeing it written on a piece of paper motivated me in a way that I never ever thought it could. So how much have you paid off? I've paid off X amount of debt, and that's going to be you paying off all your debt. And you can set a timeline for that too. So when do you want to have that paid off by? Yes, have it to the penny. I actually found that in my notes the other day. I'm going to pull that up. I was searching for something in my notes on here, and I have notes back to like 2013, and I found one that was like it like had my credit cards listed out. Let me see if I can find it. So this was just 3 credit cards. This was October 24th, 2017. So this was a month after I joined Thrive. My Capital One card was at $4,076.76. My Chase credit card was at $4,854, and my Lowe's card was at $3,700, and I had consolidated $16,000 with a credit card consolidation company. And I don't have any debt to my name anymore besides our vehicles and our house. So I don't carry credit cards. I don't do anything. So I want you to write down what you've paid off in full, completely gone to the penny, what you're going to pay off, and give yourself a date. Yes, and you can find cute like debt trackers like that on Pinterest and like color stuff in. I love doing that kind of stuff. And I found that when paying off my debt, like I celebrated every single minimum payment. I celebrated every single $50 payment. Like I celebrated everything because Jen knows, she said debtfreecharts.com. I celebrated everything because even when it seems small, when you start taking that number off, it feels so good. So write that down. And then I want you to say, I have X amount in savings. So like, what's your goal amount to have in savings? Of course, that would grow from there, but for you to feel secure, for you to feel comfortable, for you to know that if anything happened, you wouldn't have to stress if it was a hospital bill or an accident or something came up. What number do you want in savings to make you and your family feel comfortable? And then underneath that, to umbrella it, with what you're going to start doing now, I will begin to put X amount in savings a week. I don't care if it's $3. What are you going to start putting in savings a week? You got to start somewhere or you're never going to start. So do that umbrella with, you're going to start with putting X amount in savings. And as you grow that and you build that, that's what's going to build you up to that goal number of you having in savings. Okay, with this one, we're going to have to be very honest with ourselves. It says, I spend wisely to prepare for the future, and I no longer blank. I spend wisely to prepare for the future, and I no longer blank. You guys are all saying Amazon. Be honest though. I spend wisely to prepare for the future and no longer blank. I'm going to type it out too. I'll tell you from experience of paying off a lot of debt and completely changing the way I viewed money, it's not even the big purchases that were the things that I had to change. It was all the little shit that I had no idea was adding up. I remember, guys, God bless Travis's soul, when he met me, I was the hottest of messes. and I had no money whatsoever. He used to have to Venmo me so that I could go and get a dollar menu. He sat down and went through my like debit statement one month to like try to help me out and like see what I was spending on. And it was all like Apple charges, fast food, Netflix, who like it was like $10 and below on all these things, but you don't realize how much is coming out. So you have to look at what you're actually spending. And that helped me so much in the beginning. Cause like I couldn't even afford food, but I was paying for like 3 different TV services. Like what was I doing? It's the small things. It's not always the big things. Yes, I love these. When you start to do this now, you will be so much wiser with money as you grow your wealth that you will have even more. I spend less now than I used to because I'm so focused on the future. I'm so focused on saving. I'm so focused on living below our means. And it's not that we, live to where I'm making a struggle. We have a very, very comfortable lifestyle, but I always go below because I'm thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about right now. Yes. No longer use Afterpay or any apps. Don't spend money you don't have. Stop putting things on credit cards. That's what I believe in. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay. They said my connection was unstable. Okay. And then at the end of the finances part, I want you to write, money creates freedom for me and my family because of my hard work. Money creates freedom for my family because of my hard work. And I'll type that. Yeah, my connection went unstable. It said that somebody else was using my IP address. My neighbor's son, his tablet, like hooks up to my computer. So I think that was what that was. Money creates freedom for me and my family because of my hard work. So when you look at that as like a blanket statement of what you wrote at the top about what you value as your actions, and then you write at the bottom that money creates freedom for you and your family because of your hard work. And then everything's in between that because that's what those two things rely on. Okay. I'm just going to do a couple bit more like the family personal thing. And then, as I said, I want you guys to take these and just sit with these, like sit with your spouse or your mom or your sister or your best friend and just like talk about these things, talk about the goals you really have and what it looks like. I had to have a lot of hard conversations to get out of my seasons of struggle, especially with finance and my business, with everything, because sometimes you just need to sit and talk to somebody and you need to be honest about what you're struggling with and what your goals are and what you have to change and do to get there. Like the hard conversations of looking at how much debt you actually have. I used to literally get like bills in the mail, like my credit card bills, and I would just throw them out. Like I was at the point where I didn't even open them. I just directly threw them out because I was like, I'm not even out of sight, out of mind. I'm not even going to do it. You have to face those things to be able to get through them. So the last section for family and personal, I want you to think down the road a little bit, whether it is in 1 year, whether it's in 3 years, whether it's in 5 years, whatever it may be for you. I want you to write down, I have been able to do blank for my spouse because of this opportunity. Or your future spouse, or your family, or yourself, whatever you want to fill in for that person. I have been able to do blank for my spouse because of this opportunity. Yes, I can type in the chat. And again, please share these because sometimes when you believe in something, you unlock it for somebody else because they don't think it's possible for themselves. And sometimes they just have to hear it from somebody else. And after you do that, I want you to write down, I've been able to do blank for my children. Whether you have them already, whether your children in the future, what have you been able to do for them because of this opportunity and this career? I love you guys. Okay. Um, the last thing I want you to do, and this is something you don't have to do on camera, you can kind of sit with this if you want to, like I said, when you go back through this, but I want you to really lay this out, as I said, whether it's 3 years from now, it's 5 years from now, maybe it's 6 months from now, or maybe you're ready to go after these goals. I want you to write something down like this. I wake up every morning and I've created a life that looks like this. And I want you to write out like, what is your dream day? Like, what does it look like? How do you want to live your life every single day? What do you want to feel like when you wake up? What do you want your schedule to be? What are you going to do with your kids throughout the day? What is your husband doing? Think about different things like that and really write out what your dream day is. Yes, I'll add it to the chat. And like I said, I will take a picture of all this stuff too and post it. But let me write this in the chat. So you can sit with that one and write that out. But I really do, I encourage you to spend some time with the things you've written out, organize them or display them how you want to, what you're going to see in front of you. As I said, I'm going to have sticky notes just on my wall right there with everything written out, whether you want to do a poster, whether you want it on your phone, just with bullet points, if you're simple, whatever is in front of you. I want you to look at it every single day. And I want you to know what you're working towards. And again, have those blanket statements. My actions are a reflection of what I value. You have to wake up every day and you have to remind yourself what you value in this life, what is important to you, the freedom you want to create, the happiness you want to build for your family, the days you want to spend together. What are you working towards? And get really, really honest about that. I love these so much. And of course, you can put on your dream board that you earned the retreat. You can put that on there too, that's what you're working towards. Because I'm very excited for that. I can't wait to spend some time with you guys. I wish that I could have everybody there, but obviously houses only have certain people into capacity. As I even tried to enter infants as guests for them to let me have more and they wouldn't do that. So we have enough beds to fit everybody. I wanted everybody to feel comfortable, but hopefully we get to do these more and more. And hopefully this is something that's then duplicated and more leaders start to do with their teams and you just start to duplicate that down. And I think it's really special. And I know it might sound corny, but I think the power of even just spending 72 hours with people that get you and that have goals just like you and that can pour into you and brainstorm, it can change so much for your business and your mindset and just to find your people in this world that are fighting for the same things. No, spouses are not going. Travis is very upset. He's like, I can't just drive you there and like hang out. And I'm like, no husbands this time. He was very upset. He was like, so then do I get to go on a trip? No, you get to stay on with the dogs. So just girls, but that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be like us in matching jammies, having girl time, eating good food, like just pouring into each other. And I think it's the perfect way to start the new year. So as I said, I'm super excited for that. I want you to sit with these. I want you to write these out, and just really know what like your huge goals are. Yes, one big sleepover, and I will do that thing on the notes where I can like photocopy the piece of paper so it saves it fully, and then I'll post that in the team page. I will post the videos. I kept you for a full hour. Yes, we can have onesies. I do get really hot though, so I don't know about that for me, but I'll find us cute pajamas. I get so sweaty so quickly. You'll learn that about me. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for letting me pour into you. Thank you for letting me host you on this trip. I am so, so excited for you guys to earn it. And I hope you have a great night and you really reflect over these and just kind of map out what your next year is going to look like.